Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today we're going to be talking about email marketing. I'm super excited to share with you this video because I know that a lot of you guys have been using or moving over to System.io as your main email marketing platform. I'm going to be talking about it a little bit more to see whether it makes sense for you as a new beginner or somebody who has already the experience and wants to transfer or not. But let me go ahead and hop onto my computer so I can share with you some more. All right, folks, here I am on my screen. And before I go ahead and actually share with you a little bit more on email marketing with System.io, I want to explain to you what this is. If you have been, today's a Wednesday, first and foremost, today's a Wednesday, and I talk about System.io every single Wednesday. So if you want to know more about it, if you want to learn some things, also you want use cases, some help with System.io, then you can definitely hit that subscribe button and the bell notification to get some free information within this channel itself. But if you want my support as well, you can find the links to System.io in the description of this video, as well as I'm going to give you another place where you can get access to me directly, which should help you along this journey as well. So let me go ahead and share with you a little bit more. So System.io, simply put, is all-in-one marketing tool. It takes care of the sales process, it takes care of the email marketing, it takes care of the course creation if you want to create a course, it takes care of absolutely a blog, a website. So in whatever needs you have in the online space, whether you are an actual physical store or you are an actual digital marketer, or maybe an affiliate marketer, or somebody who just wants to dabble and see how this software works, System.io can help you. And I'm not even joking about it. It is absolutely for free, which is amazing. You can test it out at any point of time. So what I'll do is I'll leave a link to the free version in the description of this video. And then if you want access to the monthly or the paid plans, I'll let you know that also in the description. I'll show you that in a second. But that's what System.io does. Again, everything is on this page. So you can create a sales funnel, you can send marketing emails, you can build websites, you can manage affiliates, you can have your own affiliate program if you want. So imagine you create a course. I'm just going to use a use case for you. Imagine you create a course, and then at a certain point of time, you realize that this course could help so many more people, but you don't have the audience for it to go and create and get to so many people. So what you can do is create an affiliate, make the course an affiliate offer where people who are within your course could sell the course and they can get 10% commissions or 20% commissions or 30% commissions. So say it's $100 course, each person who's getting each affiliate will be getting $20 from that. That's something that you can add to your whole marketing element, right? So it's very dynamic in its approach. This is an example for you guys. Okay, I'm just giving you a use case for you to understand. So that's also possible. Obviously, you can automate your whole entire process with automations that we have, workflows and automations. Usually now softwares all have this in place because without it, I mean, we're not living in the right world. So who's System.io good for? Course creators, freelancers, consultants, small business owners, affiliate marketers, and so on and so forth. Okay, so this is what you can get in general, and this is very true. You can save at least $320 a month. Why? Because usually a funnel builder will cost you around $97 per month. That's on the minimum side. I was paying for ClickFunnels much more, but that's on the minimum. Then an email marketer, just to start off with, would pay you would pay around $20, and actually it can get much more. So say an Aweber or a GetResponse, you would start with $20, but when you reach your 5,000 to 10,000, if I'm not mistaken, emails, you're spending at least $300 to $400. Okay, so that exponentially grows when you have these kind of extra tools. Same with an online course builder like Kajabi, etc. You start off with a simple plan, which is about $99 or $100 a month, and then you go ahead and actually do that. You actually have to pay more to get more features available and so on and so forth. Affiliate program, I'm not sure about this because I don't personally have affiliate programs. I don't know whether this is the reality, but I believe it is. Video hosting also can cost, but video hosting let's not consider. Even if we just consider the first three, you're saving at least $100 to $120 just on that. So that's a lot of money that you can save by just using the free version of this tool. A lot of people have moved over from ClickFunnels. I myself moved over from ClickFunnels, and this is why we use the tool. That being said, do we recommend to have a third-party autoresponder or not? This really depends on your needs. Because, for example, I'm an affiliate marketer who wants to definitely have an email list. Now, this email list can be managed by System.io, but then I have to make sure that I am following certain criteria to not get banned. The thing about email marketing, guys, is that you do not want to use spammy emails. You do not want to be doing things that go against privacy and so on and so forth. Therefore, you need to have certain set of rules, whether you're using a third party autoresponder or yourself, to keep the IP address, which is, this is a little bit technical, but the IP address, which is your from where you're sending the email, at a high level so that it reaches the inbox. If you're not maintaining this, and if you're not getting also constant feedback, then it's going to have an effect on your email marketing. Therefore, not sending spam emails, not sending promotional emails. Yes, we call it promotional emails, but you don't have to force the person to buy. We have to actually apply the marketing skill sets to be able to get those conversions, right? So those are all things that incorporate in this whole email marketing sphere. But at the end of the day, if you think about it, you really just want to know, do we use this platform or not? Like I said, I personally said I want to use System.io. If you're using Flowdesk, for example, and if you guys don't know what Flowdesk is, let me just show you. It's an alternative that I would request. I mean, I would share with anybody. In fact, when it's time for me, I would go ahead and get Flowdesk. But Flowdesk is one of the email marketing providers that you can design your own email newsletter, so on and so forth. And the beautiful part about it is the pricing more than anything else. So basically, with monthly, you'd pay $30 a month, $38 a month if you're paying 30 monthly, or if you pay annually, you pay $35 a month. But that's it. That's the only amount that you spend, right? So if you want email marketing, doesn't matter how many emails you have. Look at this, okay? So this is everybody else. So let's say for 14,000 subscribers, it's 14,000 emails, you would spend usually 250. This is very realistic, okay? But let me go to at least 60,000. So you see, let's use 60,000, let's use 50,000 as an example, okay? So let's say on 50,000 subscribers that you have now, a list of 50,000 subscribers. Everyone else, all the other competitors and stuff like that, you would start to pay around $500 just to maintain that 50,000. Now, potentially, obviously, this cost is a minimal cost because you're spending, around, let's say you're getting around at least 50, let's say $1 per email, getting at least $50,000 from your account if you send, every single month. So paying 10% of that, 1% or 1% of that is not really, gonna affect you that much. However, wouldn't it be able to save your costs much more by just paying $35 per month? Even if you had $50,000, you save much more, right? So you have to think of it from in a perspective of savings. Flowdesk is something that I will definitely get into. So once my capacity has reached, I've reached the capacity, in my opinion, with System.io, what I'm going to be doing is definitely moving to Flowdesk. Now, I'm not an affiliate, I'm not anything. This is just me recommending it to you because it's a good platform to pay attention to. Okay, so Flowdesk is my recommendation, honestly, apart from everything else that exists. So that's something that you can still integrate with System.io when you have it. But I personally think that when you do have System.io, you need to follow certain rules. Now, I'll get to those rules in a second, but like I said, you can integrate any third-party autoresponder with System.io by adding a Zap, and that's it. I'm not going to go into the details of that, but if you want a third-party autoresponder, you can. My personal opinion, go with System.io. Let's get signed in and look at my account. Now, just for your understanding, guys, I want to show you all-time leads that I have personally purchased. Not purchased, got. So right now I have about 1,245 leads, as you guys can see. These are sales of my mini course that I have, which is just €1. So 151 sales more or less, as you guys can see right here. Yeah, so these are the emails that I have now. Obviously I had much more than this, guys, but I also clean my list often, which is one of the things that I want to share with you. In this statistics page, there are a few things that I want to share with you for you guys to understand how you don't get banned within System.io and have a good email rate. Now, these are all realistic examples. I'm going to share with you my mistakes so that you can learn from those mistakes. So first and foremost, in order for you to have an email marketing setup with System.io, you need to do a few things. One is you need to have a settings and you need to have your email domain. What is an email domain? As you guys can see right here, this is an email domain. This is david@getpaidwithdavid.com. This is my personal email domain. You need to get verified status. How do you get this? Basically, if you have on Namecheap or you have GoDaddy, you get that, you buy the email domain and then you connect that email domain here to System.io, and that's how you have the highest priority. Okay, so that's the first thing that you need to do. Get verified, have your email domain set up within System.io. Once you do have that, it's going to be much easier for you to be able to email out the leads every single day. Once you send out those emails every day, and I want to show you guys this, maybe even this is kind of last pool evaluation period. Let me just see. So you can see that they have a few things set up here that you can actually check, right? So the last pool evaluation, I'm not sure when it was, but I believe it was from 4th of November to the 19th of November. Great. So this is perfect. Let me just use the last pool advantage emails, because I didn't send a lot of emails in the month of November, but you can see clearly from here, it's 7,200 emails that was sent. Okay. And one day I sent the most emails, which was, I think, 1,392 on the 17th. Okay. That's interesting. I'm sending out, oh, this was sending to my full list. That's why. Okay. So one day I send my full list. Otherwise, I do segment my list. So not everybody's going to get the same email every day, right? So this is something to pay attention to. Email statistics. So once you start sending out emails, guys, you will get email statistics. Now the email statistics tell you a certain things. There are certain things that you need to do in order for you not to get banned within System.io. This is not an email marketing tutorial. This is what not to do so that you don't get banned with email marketing. So when you send out an email, you get these statistics. So what are the statistics that you do get? First and foremost, you get the average open email. Now, as you can see right here, mine is a bit low this month, or that the last period, which was about 10, 11 to 12%. That was 11.3% actually for each day, right? So some days it was 11, some days it was 9, some days it was 14. So on average was about 11% open rate, which is not the greatest open rate that existed. I don't have any spam reports. That's a good thing. So my subscribers don't report me as spam, which is cool. And but I did have some emails bounce quite often. Now this is my fault, guys, because I didn't take care of my list in November the way I should have. So I didn't delete the bounced emails. Therefore, each and every time when I send the email, there were more bounced emails and more bounced emails, and this negatively affected my statistics. Okay, so those are the whole idea behind it. What these things do is they add you to a pool, as you can see on the top left hand corner right here. This pool right here, guys, is a way for System.io to moderate what is going on with each IP. So if the IP is getting bad, then they want to tell you, listen, it's getting bad. You should start to improve your emails. I give you some time frame. You should start to improve your emails to be able to have a better ranking. So they have these pools. Now you can see that I'm in the moderate risk pool, which is not a good pool to be in, but it's a middle range. Okay. Now, the reason why I'm in this is because when I got started with System.io, I actually was writing really horrible emails. My risk level was high risk. So I wanted to change that high risk to moderate risk. So at least I was moving the pool from a high risk to get banned. And if you're on high risk for too long, you will get banned and you will get thrown out of System.io, not because they don't want you, because they've given you enough of an opportunity to stop doing these things, which means you need to check your emails, and I will tell you that in a second what you do. But basically, these pools exist. So if you're in a high risk for too long, they will ban you. And the aim is always to get to a low risk. So right now I'm in the middle at moderate risk, and my aim is to get to a low risk. That is the whole step-by-step progress behind it. How do you change these risks? You basically need to improve the statistics. So the first thing that you need to do is improve the open rate of your email. So your open rate of your emails right now, let's say mine is around 12, right? 11.3. This is the last time that they checked. This was my average open rate. So my aim first and foremost is here at least to get it to around 9% more. So now my focus is just getting, how do I get more opens for my emails, and how do I get my average percentage rate to go to above 20%. If all my emails are at 20%, I think I'll reach that. If some of my emails are 30, 40%, I will definitely reach that 20% average rate. And that's my aim for the first time, for the first thing. What is that related to? That's related to your email subjects. That's related to actually the content that you have in your emails. Because if you're sending real content that is valuable and solving problems for your customers, or for your email list, then they want to open your emails. So it's a matter of fact, no matter what your subject is. So this is something that you have to pay attention to, and it all leads back to your marketing. Should I be marketing to Facebook leads that have high open rates for me because I'm getting more valuable customers on my email list? So these are all the things that you can focus back to know what kind of traffic are you driving to your email list to get a higher percentage rate over there. Okay. So that's an open related to the open rates. Obviously, your bounced emails and spam are to always be kept under control. Once these pools are shifted, so the aim is always to get to the 20. I think the moment you hit to 20% more or less, you're going from moderate risk to low risk, because by then your spam, also your bounce emails, should be almost none. Try to get this to zero. Anything already 1.5% is problematic for me. So I wanted to get it below 1%. But yeah, pay attention to your bounced emails, and please don't get any spam reports. If you get any of these two, so these are the factors, just consider that these are the two factors that they're also looking at in case you are sending bad emails. If this criteria is not followed, they are going to ban you. Okay, they are going to, if you don't have your domain set up, if you don't have your average percentage open rates to a high level, and if you don't have your bounce emails to a minimum and spam reports to a minimum, then you will get penalized for specifically these negative factors. These are detractors for you. However, if you write good emails, so paying attention to your subject, paying attention to your actual emails, what I go ahead and do is go back to my campaigns, and then I like to look. I'm giving you a realistic example. I go back to my campaigns. For example, right now this is one of the campaigns that I have, and any email that is below, let's say, 11 or 12%, obviously I want to get them to at least 20%, right? So this, you can see the second email gets about 18%, which is okayish. But something like this, which is getting 13% or 14%, I need to definitely change it. Something like this that's getting 12%, I definitely need to change the subject. Why am I not getting clicks on this? Well, I think I know why already, and the subject needs to be edited. So where can you go and learn about these subjects? I'm going to have a second link in the description of this video, guys, that will go through email marketing training itself. Now, let me just tell you, it is in a platform that I use called Map, and it has amazing training. Personally, I use it on a daily basis, and I'm using it to improve my email marketing. So if you are interested in it, I'll leave a link to Map. You can watch the webinar and see whether it's for you or not. There's a lot of training, including experts that are here to teach you guys about email. A lot about email marketing is here, by the way, just saying. So if you want to, I don't know, for example, Ben Martin's email jailbreak is here. Then there's email marketing counts with Paul Counts. You can see also Joel Terrian, which is somebody who is dealing with these IP things. He has an actual tech company within the email marketing space. So it's something that you should be listening to these kind of experts to learn what they're doing to have a high email list and get those conversions, right? So these are the things and notes that I'm taking on a daily basis, and also applying them to my campaigns so that I improve them. Okay. So I wanted to let you know those are the two things. So again, two links in the description. One is going to be the system.io, and the second one is going to be to Map, in case you want to check that out and get the training where I'm getting the training. Guys, thanks for watching. I hope this video was useful. At the most, you know that you can use a free tool called System.io for your email marketing. You can use a paid tool called Flowdesk or other ones for email marketing. And if you have any questions, let me know in the description of this video. I'll get back to you, and I would love to have you on this journey with System.io. Have a great day and keep paving the way for dreams to come true.